Welcome back, Simplified Finance Buddies! Excited na ba kayo? Kasi today we're diving into something na sobrang juicy pero hindi prutas. Real estate. Narinig mo na ba to? There's a 34-month oversupply of condominium units in Metro Manila. Yes, for almost 3 years, developers have been holding onto more units than buyers. Parang tindahan na puno ng panindang hindi mabenta. Masakit sa ulo, di ba? Kaya naman today, let's break this down kung anong ibig sabihin nito para sa'yo as a buyer or seller. Paano ka pwede mag-take advantage ng situation na to? Ready? Tara, let's go! Bakit nga ba may oversupply? Return to sender. Around 6,000 units were returned to developers kasi nga yung financing didn't push through or buyers backed out. Para lang yung umorder ka sa Shopee or Lazada tapos hindi mo na push yung cash on delivery. High interest rates. Borrowing money now feels like breaking your piggy bank and your heart. Kasi mahaba-habang period and variable pa paminsan yung mga loans natin. Buyers are struggling with tougher payment terms and are being hit by uncertain situations. Shifting dreams. Of course, more people are dreaming of single detached homes or houses outside the Metro Manila. Lalo na ngayon, pwede na kasing bumalik sa kanya-kanyang gusto ng puntahan because of the recent pandemic. And if ma-observe ninyo, nandiyan pa rin yung traffic. So pag mas malayo ka sa Metro Manila, mas malayo sa traffic, mas presko pa ang hangin. Between October and November 2023, 5,000 new condo units were launched, pero ang nabenta ay only 4,375 units. Imagine 625 po kagad ang hindi nabenta. So it stacks up over time. Kaya ayun, tambak pa rin ang inventory. Oversupply? Wow, big discounts! Here we go! Wait lang. Huwag ka munang magbalot ng pera. For buyers, here's what you should know. More options does not necessarily mean, yes, mas maraming choices, but don't expect jaw-dropping price cuts kasi nga, developers don't want to devalue the projects that they're making and they don't want to devalue the market. Parang ayaw nilang mag-sale kasi mawawalan ng social points. Imagine nyo na lang kung yung binili mong iPhone today na 80,000 pesos tapos dahil may oversupply lang, binenta na siya agad ng 40,000 pesos. Sino pa bibili ng 80,000 pesos sa ibang mga suppliers? Take note, secondary market is gold. Yung mga hindi na kaya magbayad, resellers. Dito ka makakahanap ng better deals, negotiable pa. Location is everything. Yun lang naman ang klaro for real estate. Oversupply isn't the same every single place you go to. Sa BGC, demand might be still high, pero sa mga less prime areas, doon siya medyo mababa. Mas maraming natetenggang units kapag mas palayo ng palayo from Metro Manila. And lalo na kung wala siya sa mga areas na madaling magpaupa ng kanyang mga kondo. Pro tip lang, negotiate for freebies like maybe a reduction from the parking spaces price, or maybe you can get furnished units, or maybe makakuha ka ng mga additional furnitures para mas sulit ang na-purchase mong unit. For sellers naman tayo na selling in an oversupplied market, well, parang sumali ka sa talent show na lahat ng tao magaling ang talent. Kumikending lahat ng todo-todo at mala artista ang mga itsura. So, how do you stand out? Shine brighter. Offer competitive pricing, flexible payment terms, and I think yan nga isa sa mga highlights ng mga sellers that actually get more sales, or unique features na mas makakaengganyo sa mga buyers nyo. Show your buyers na ako na to, piliin mo na. Patience is key. Properties are staying longer on the market, so dapat mahaba-haba yung PC mo or malalim-lalim yung bulsa mo. Gusto mo na magbenta agad? Step up your marketing game. No, market value is your friend, and important talaga dyan is to understand na yun po talaga yung value in that area. Good news, prices aren't dropping dramatically yet, pero bad news, buyers are getting pickier, kaya dapat mong mukhang premium ang listing mo. Pro tip, invest in high-quality photos and videos. Isipin mo na lang na ang bahay mo ay parang Instagram profile. First impression always counts. Teka, JM, so kung oversupplied nga, bakit hindi bumabagsak yung mga presyo? That's a very good question, and here's why. Diversified developers. So condo sales are just one piece of the pie. Marami pa po silang produkto na ready and available. So the developers earn from commercial leases, office spaces, so they're not in a rush to to sell at a loss. Another thing is about market perception. Imagine nyo na lang, may big discounts, ibig sabihin there's a bad signal. Ayaw nilang masabihin na, grabe, desperado na to, no? Binibenta na ng sobrang mura. Kaya mas pipiliin nila maghintay kaysa mag-sale. Here's a fun fact, Reddit user Mr. Lug said, mas pipiliin nilang mabulok ang units kaysa ibenta ng sobrang mura. Savage! Pero totoo naman siya talaga. Pero alam nyo, oversupply depends on the location. BGC and Makati, steady demand pa rin siya, lalo na nababawasan na yung mga work from home. Pero sa ibang lugar, parang mushroom na lang, biglang sumusulpot-sulpot ang mga kondo. Focus on prime areas or rental-ready properties para less impact sa oversupply kasi meron ka na kagad ready demand to occupy that particular investment. So, what's the big picture? For buyers, this is your time to explore. Oversupply gives you more options and bargaining power kasi po nasa inyo yung cash. Kailangan po ng mga sellers ang iyong kaperahan. For the sellers, stand out with flexible terms and of course, strong marketing. You can still sell at fair market value if you want to be strategic about it. Kaway-kaway sa mga investors dyan, focus on prime locations or properties with rental potential. Alam nyo po, malaking bagay po ang may readily available cash flow. Now, what do you think? Is now the right time to buy or sell real property, especially condominiums? Or maybe you'd rather wait and see. Share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more real estate insights. Salamat sa panonood mga ka-finance. Kita-kits sa next episode.